up, guys? Fantasy Football Mania here, and we're back with another video. Here to tell you guys about a draft strategy that could potentially help you win your league, and it's called Elite QB Tight End Stack.
Basically, what this strategy is you get yourself an elite QB and elite tight end, both on the same team. So as that tight end is picking up the big points you expect from him, the QB is getting them as well because he's the one throwing the tight end the ball. So this can really boost your team up. We went through basically a mock team using this strategy from a mid-round pick. So picks 5, 6, 7, and this team looks really good, and we're going to walk you guys through it. So starting off, round one, you get yourself an elite receiver and Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Detroit Lions. This guy is probably the safest guy you can pick as he's a walking 18 points a game. He gets a lot of targets. Jared Goff loves him. Everyone loves him. I mean, he's about as good as it can get in this range.
I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. Amon Ra, he has the highest floor in the draft. He's the most consistent wide receiver out there. And I'm not even gonna lie, I would get him over Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase, if I'm being honest.
Yep. I could definitely see that. Second round, we want to get ourselves an elite running back. We already got our guy in the receiver room. Running back, we're going to look at Kyren Williams of the Rams. Kyren Williams was basically a nobody, if we're really being honest, in fantasy last year, and he burst onto the scene with Sean McVay with his teammate Puka Nacua, who, guys, nobody expected to be really anything in the NFL at all. Sean McVay can turn them into elite players, and there's no reason to believe Kyren Williams is going to drop off from what he did last year. They got Blake Corum. Who cares? I mean, Kyren Williams is still going to be an elite guy that can carry your running back room, and we're going to snag him here, and that's a strong pick.
Yeah, Blake Corum sucks, in my opinion. But here in the third round, we're gonna go ahead and get this elite QB. Do I even have to say his name, guys?
You don't.
Patrick Mahomes, man. We all know what this man can do. He led the Chiefs to 2 championships. Go ahead and start off your stack strong. I think you know where we're going home with this one. In the fourth round, you want to go ahead and get Travis Kelce. Oh boy, you're gonna tear up your draft with this one. They're gonna win you your championship, and you're gonna win that money, baby. Cause when I tell you this stack has been elite for the last 5 years, you gotta go out and get this one, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you ask anyone recent memory who's the best duo in the NFL, they should say Mahomes, Kelsey every time.
By far.
These guys are just on another level, and having both of them on your team, like, just not fair.
And also, Mahomes got Worthy and Marquise Brown this year. Like, he's gonna be crazy this year. I can see him dropping like 30 in leagues, man. Gonna go off.
In a stack, even if Travis Kelce doesn't perform to where you want him to, Mahomes in the third, that's still an elite option either way. But fifth round, we want to get another guy in the receiver room. We're looking at Zay Flowers here. Zay Flowers coming off a very good rookie season on the Ravens. They drafted him highly. They expected a lot from him, and he delivered even more than what they expected. And yeah, Mark Andrews is returning from injury, but Flowers is still the clear receiver one in Baltimore. He's getting better as a player, and that is a really good guy to pair with Amon-Ra St. Brown.
In the sixth round, you want to go ahead and get George Pickens. Now, this wide receiver, he's 50-50, but I like him. He's going to get a lot of targets because, let's be honest, only him and Pratt Fireworth are getting the ball. Like, who else is Russell Wilson or Justin Fields going to throw the ball to? And George Pickens, he's definitely one of the most talented receivers in the NFL. I think if he was on a better team, he'd definitely be better. But, like, he's got to work what he has, and I think George Pickens is a good guy to grab in the sixth round.
Yeah, that QB battle definitely going to be interesting to see what happens there. But seventh round, you want to get a guy in the running back room that is going to be a workhorse this year, in my opinion, Ramondre Stevenson of the Patriots. This guy in 2022 was very, very good in fantasy. And yeah, he dropped off last year, but the situation was just not it in New England, just not it at all. And yeah, you could say rookie Drake May at QB, maybe they'll be a little rough, but Drake May was picked high for a reason, and even if he doesn't perform, Ramondre Stevenson's going to get a lot of carries as they lost guys in the backfield, and he's going to get a lot of dump off passes that can help you in a PPR league. So at RB2, I think this is a pretty safe option to get.
hmm And in the eighth round, you're going to go ahead and get another RB in Devin Singletary. Now, this man, he's going to get a lot of rushing attempts as, like, they all they have is Malik Neighbors. That's all they have. No one else to throw to. Daniel Jones, we all know he kind of struggles. So I can just see the Giants running and running and running the ball. And that's why I say go out and grab Devin Singletary with a heavy workload in the eighth round.
Yep, both of those guys are similar players, but both of them are poised to have good years.
Mhm.
And receiver, you got three really good guys already, but we're going to look at a veteran off the bench with some upside as well, Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley used to be known as an elite receiver, and yeah, maybe he took some steps off, but the Titans signed him to a big deal for a reason. Calvin Ridley still has
Yeah, for
ability.
sure.
And Will Levis, you know they're going to want to pass the ball with their young QB. Calvin Ridley is in a great spot to get targets, to do well, and off the bench to pair with some of those high upside guys you have. I mean, I think this is a home run pick.
Yeah. In round 10, you want to go ahead and get your tight end two, and that's Brock Bowers. Now, just in case Travis Kelce does get hurt, you get another rookie tight end and Brock Bowers. Like, I think Brock Bowers is a good tight end off the bench. He could definitely produce on your team. I'm looking at an offense here who might struggle in the run game. I can see them throwing the ball a lot, and Brock Bowers is by far a tight end one. Like, who cares about Michael Mayer? So, I like Brock Bowers. A lot of targets are definitely going to go to Devontae Adams, but Brock Bowers a good tight end too.
And one thing, the Raiders probably going to be playing from behind a lot, which means they're going to have to put the ball
Yeah,
in the
for
air.
sure.
And Brock Bowers is looking like one of their main guys in the offense. I mean, they drafted him high for a reason again.
Mhm.
Next round, you want to go ahead and get a guy to close out your running back room, and that's going to be Zach Charbonnet. Zach Charbonnet was a guy that was drafted high again, rookie last season, and his rookie season may have been a little disappointing to some people, but I don't think that's much of an issue. I mean, Kenneth Walker is pretty well known as the main guy in Seattle, but Zach Charbonnet, they have plans for him. He's a big running back. One thing to note is when he used to be at Michigan, the Seahawks' current head coach was also at Michigan, so there could be a connection there. But Zach Charbonnet, Kenneth Walker gets hurt, he's an immediate fantasy start, and if not, he can still provide value off the bench, and he's just a good, solid guy to add to your team.
Now in the 12th round, you want to go ahead and get a veteran QB and a great offense coming off an injury. Aaron Rodgers, man. Aaron Rodgers, like top QB in the league still. He still has talent. Like we all know what he can do. He's gonna spread the ball, hit his receivers, just a safe QB2 just in case Mahomes gets injured. Just gotta be safe.
Aaron Rodgers always can rely on him. Defense position we haven't filled yet as we get to the late rounds. In 13th round, we're looking at the Miami Dolphins. This is a defense that overall they have a great team. They added some key players to this defense. You know, they obviously have elite names like Jalen Ramsey,
And
but
didn't they get Blaze Campbell too? Yeah, they did, right?
yeah, I think so. Jordan
Jordan
Poyer.
Poyer, yeah. I
Yeah,
like their
it's
defense, man. They look pretty good.
yeah, I mean it's a defense that realistically I could see them being similar to the Cowboys to where they score touchdowns on defense. And that's I mean, those are some defenses that yeah, it's an undervalued or less valuable position, but it can help you in weeks and the Dolphins are one of the top options. So go ahead and pick them up as your defense. It's a great pick.
Now, in the later rounds, around 14, almost at the end of the draft, you want to get a wide receiver two who could potentially be wide receiver one, a dude Josh Allen's familiar with, Khalil Shakir. Now, I like Khalil Shakir. He's very explosive. He gets you those 40-yard TDs in your league. I like him, man. And he could take over Curtis Samuel's wide receiver one spot. We never
Yeah,
know.
as Rico said, familiar with Josh Allen, Curtis Samuel, Keon Coleman, they're not. So Khalil Shakir can definitely step up and become that main receiver for Josh Allen to look for. So final round, close out your team. One position we have not drafted is the kicker. And we're gonna go ahead and pick Greg Zuerlein of the Jets. He's just a well-known good kicker. He's been in the league for a long time, And the Jets are a good team, just a good combination there, and should be a pretty safe option as your kicker. So that will do it for this mock team of the Elite QB tight end draft strategy. Let us know what y'all thought of this mock team, what you think of the strategy, and what you think of the video in general.
Yeah, guys. Again, smash that like and subscribe button and let's get it on. We're trying to spread the wealth, get players, get people to know fantasy football better. We just kind of trying to make people better, man. See y'all next time. Peace out.
Peace.